Have you ever noticed your cat suddenly swatting at you when you pet another animal? Or maybe even trying to squeeze themselves between you and your phone? It makes you wonder, can cats actually get jealous? Or is it just us humans projecting emotions onto them? Jealousy is often considered a complicated feeling, one we associate with people in relationships. But what if animals experience it too? Studies suggest that cats may indeed show signs of jealousy, especially when they feel their bond with their owner is threatened. Imagine sitting on your couch and your cat sees you holding another pet. Do you think they just walk away unaffected? Many cat owners report jealous-like behaviors like pushing objects, meowing insistently, or even giving what looks like a glare. But is this really jealousy, or could it be something else entirely? That's the question scientists are trying to answer. And as we dig deeper, the truth might surprise you more than you think. To understand if cats can feel jealous, we need to break down what jealousy actually is. In humans, jealousy is usually triggered by the fear of losing attention, affection, or a valued bond to someone else. But when it comes to cats, their emotional world works differently, instead of labeling it as jealousy in the human sense. Some experts argue it's more about territorial behavior and resource guarding. And what's the biggest resource your cat values? You. They may not understand your relationship with other pets or people, but they know when your attention is divided. When that happens, their instincts kick in. So is it really jealousy or just survival? The answer lies in how deeply cats bond with us. If you've ever seen a cat try to block your phone, swipe at your laptop, or hop into your lap when you're busy, you've seen classic attention-seeking behavior. But could it go deeper than that? Researchers from the University of California conducted studies showing that cats react negatively when their owners pay attention to something else, whether it's another pet or even a stuffed animal. The cats showed behaviors that resembled sulking, pushing, or even aggression. Does that sound familiar? These reactions are eerily similar to how toddlers react when they feel left out. Could it be possible that cats are feeling a primitive form of jealousy? Or is it just an instinct to regain control over what they see as theirs you? Think about id cats or solitary hunters by nature, but when they live with humans, they form attachments. Unlike dogs, which are pack animals and used to sharing social bonds, cats often struggle when attention shifts away from them. This can lead to behaviors that look very much like envy. They might meow more, rub aggressively against you, or even act out destructively. What's fascinating is that cats are intelligent enough to notice when your patterns change. If you suddenly spend more time cuddling a new kitten or bringing a baby into the home, your cat won't just ignore it. They'll notice and they'll react. But here's the tension: are they reacting out of jealousy? Or is it something much more primal? Some scientists argue that what looks like jealousy might just be insecurity. Cats thrive on routine and predictability. When something disrupts their environment or shifts their owner's attention, they feel uncertain. And uncertainty breeds stress, which can come out as aggression or clinginess. When you're on the receiving end of it, it feels eerily similar to jealousy. Imagine your cat knocking over a glass because you're petting another animal. It's not just random mischief, it could be their way of saying, "Don't forget about me." And that's exactly why so many experts debate whether cats are showing true jealousy or simply reacting to change. If we compare cats to dogs, the conversation gets even more interesting. Dogs have been proven to show jealous behavior in experiments, reacting when their owners show affection to another dog or even to an inanimate object. Cats, however, are harder to study because of their independent nature. But just because they're harder to measure doesn't mean the feelings aren't there. Cats show their emotions in subtler, sometimes passive-aggressive ways. They may ignore you, hide, or pretend they're not bothered only, to suddenly demand attention later. Is that jealousy in disguise? Or are cats simply better at hiding their emotions than dogs? To add more complexity, cat behaviorists point out that jealousy-like reactions can lead to rivalry in multi-cat households. Have you noticed one cat blocking another from approaching you? Or perhaps hissing when another cat gets too close? That's not just random aggression, it's an emotional response to feeling displaced. In some cases, cats will even fight to establish dominance over who gets the prime spot near their human. This shows that the drive for attention is powerful enough to cause conflict. But does conflict equal jealousy? Or are cats simply defending their place in the hierarchy? The line between the two is razor thin. Interestingly, scientists have started linking this behavior to survival instincts. In the wild, Cats rely on securing territory and food. In the home, attention from you translates into safety, comfort, and even access to food. So, when they perceive that attention being stolen, it triggers the same instinct as losing a food source. That's why some cats hiss, swat, or sulk when another pet or even a human takes your time. Their survival drive is telling them. Protect what's yours, but here's the real kicker: does this instinct evolve into something more? Could it actually be the emotional foundation for jealousy? If cats really do experience jealousy, it challenges how we see their intelligence. For an animal to feel jealous, they need self-awareness, social awareness, and the ability to compare themselves to others. That's a sophisticated thought process. Cats might just be capable of it. Their ability to sense shifts in attention, read body language, and respond to subtle cues shows that they're not as detached as many people believe. In fact, this emotional complexity could be proof that cats feel more human-like emotions than we once thought. But here's the question: if they can feel jealousy, what else can they feel? Owners often describe jealous cats as clingy, but clinginess is just the surface. What's happening underneath could be emotional distress. Cats may eat less, act out, or withdraw when they feel replaced. Some may even develop stress-related health issues, like over-grooming or urinary problems. This makes jealousy or jealousy-like behavior more than just a quirky trait. It's a real emotional response with physical consequences. And if we ignore it, our cats may silently suffer. But if we acknowledge it, we open the door to understanding them on a deeper level. So how can you tell if your cat is jealous? Look for patterns. Do they meow louder when you give attention to another pet? Do they try to wedge themselves into your activities, or suddenly act cold after you've spent time away? These aren't random quirks, they're signals. Cats use body language and subtle behaviors to communicate, and jealousy may be one of those signals. But interpreting it requires us to look closer. The danger is, if we dismiss these behaviors as just being a cat, we might miss the emotional truth behind them. What's even more fascinating is that cats don't just get jealous of other animals, they can get jealous of humans too. There are countless stories of cats acting out when their owner brings home a new baby, spends more time with a partner, or even when the owner seems distracted by work. In these moments, the cat may lash out, sulk, or demand attention at inconvenient times. If that isn't jealousy, then what is? The overlap between human jealousy and feline jealousy is closer than most people realize. And that raises an even bigger question. How much of what we call human emotions actually exist in animals too? But here's where things get complicated. If cats feel jealousy, does that mean they also feel guilt, shame, or pride? These emotions are considered highly complex, yet cat owners often swear their pets display them. Scientists remain cautious, warning against anthropomorphism, imputing human feelings to animals. But isn't it possible that we're underestimating them? After all, research continues to uncover deeper layers of animal cognition every year. Could jealousy just be the tip of the iceberg in what cats truly feel? Let's not forget, jealousy isn't always negative. It can also be a sign of love. If your cat reacts when you give attention elsewhere, it means they value you deeply. They don't want to lose their bond with you. In that sense, jealousy may be proof of emotional attachment. It shows that cats see us as more than just providers of food, or companions, family, and part of their social structure. If that's true, then jealousy becomes not just a nuisance, but a window into how deeply cats care. To manage this behavior, experts suggest giving equal attention in multi-pet households and establishing routines that reassure cats. Playtime, feeding, and affection should be balanced so no animal feels excluded. But what's most important is consistency. Cats crave stability, and when they feel secure, jealous behaviors often fade. But if ignored, jealousy can escalate into aggression or stress. The choice lies in how well we understand and respond to these signals. One of the most striking examples of cat jealousy comes from households with babies. Many owners report their cats acting out, knocking over bottles, climbing into cribs, or sulking in corners. This isn't just mischief, it's a response to feeling displaced. The once only child of the house suddenly has to share their human cat. That shift is massive for a creature that thrives on predictability, and in their world, it can feel like betrayal. But is it jealousy or heartbreak? There's also the fascinating case of cats becoming jealous of inanimate objects. Yes, you read that right. Some cats have been observed swatting at books, laptops, or even plush toys that their owners hold. The logic is simple. If something else gets your attention, the cat wants it gone. This kind of behavior mirrors toddler jealousy, where a child demands focus when a parent is distracted. The parallel is almost uncanny. Does this suggest cats experience jealousy in the same way young children do? Now, here's a chilling thought. What if jealousy is proof that cats experience emotions we once thought were uniquely human? If they can feel jealousy, could they also feel resentment, longing, or even betrayal? If so, the emotional lives of cats are far richer than science has given them credit for. And that means living with cats isn't just about understanding their needs, it's about respecting their feelings. Are we prepared to face the reality that cats are far more emotionally complex than we've admitted? The more we study animal emotions, the more the lines blur between human and non-human experiences. Cats may not write love songs or poetry, but their actions speak volumes. If jealousy exists in them, then our bond with them is deeper than mere caretaking. It's a two-way emotional connection, and that changes everything about how we see them. They're not just pets, they're emotional beings, sharing their lives with us. So, can cats get jealous? The evidence points strongly toward yes. Whether it's attention-seeking, rivalry, or true jealousy, the behaviors are too consistent to ignore. And while scientists may still debate the terminology, cat owners already know the truth. When your cat swats at your hand as you pet another animal, or curls up tightly next to you after a long dance, more than instinct, it's emotion. And jealousy, whether human or feline, might just be proof that cats love us more than we realize.